Match reaction. Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 0. Your reaction to that game?
Over the moon with that. I thought the game was excellent from a United point of view when you think of all the noise what was coming into this game. The pressure was on the manager, the pressure was on the players. And when we've seen that starting 11, the pressure was on everyone. A lot of United fans weren't convinced with that starting 11. But let me tell you, Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire shocked us all. Absolutely great performance by the pair of them. Harry Maguire, he told you himself, his body's not working right, goes off. But Johnny Evans, 90 odd minutes of pure Johnny Evans football, and he deserved that man of the match.
What was you more surprised at today? The actual starting 11 or that it actually ended 0-0 today?
I think it was the starting 11. I did say coming into this game, I think two teams there been really tough games in Europe. I thought it would be hard for them to up the game. United had to up the game, not to concede. Villa, it was going to be very hard to reproduce what they did against Bayern Munich. And we all seen that today. But it was a tough game, I thought, for United. But they just battled. I looked at that first half and I think the commitment and the belief from the team was absolutely excellent. I thought he set them up right. Something I've not said for a long time, but lots of people haven't said that. But everything worked well. The only thing I looked at in that first half, what was the problem? My only worry was actually the referee, to be honest with you. He was just booking United players for fun and letting a couple of theirs go. Barkley, for instance, should have been booked. But that was my worry in the first half. Apart from that, I thought United just got stuck into him, closed them down, slowed the game down when it needed to be. I thought it was an excellent performance.
Do you think it changed anything tactically today? Because the midfield, especially Kobbie, Mainoo and Eriksen, they looked a lot more closer together today instead of them huge gaps that we have seen, especially this season or over the last 12 months.
Well, you wanted change, and that is the position what changed. Eriksen and Mainoo played closer together. We all know the midfield's been wide open, but they played closer together. And I've got to give praise to Eriksen. He's played a lot of football. And when the manager talks about rotation and all that, which a lot of us don't believe, we do believe these things going on in the background. But when I think of Eriksen playing there today, I thought he was absolutely excellent. To me, if Johnny Evans would have gone off for any reason whatsoever, I would have given the man a match to Eriksen. I thought he was excellent. He worked hard. He got close to the ball. He kept with men. He didn't run out of legs, which he expected him to do. I thought he played excellent today. All that time he was on the pitch, I thought he just run, and he was clever with the ball as well.
Yeah, picking up an early yellow card as well, and he was always going to be on a tightrope from them, but I agree with you. I had an excellent game, I thought, Eriksen today. Making substitutions over half-time to the back four, Harry Maguire going off, Mazraoui as well, looks like an injury. So how well do you think they performed in that second half, having to change the back four like they did?
Well, when they come out for the second half, I just thought to myself, when it rains at Manchester, it just pours down.
Sure.
And coming out there with them two changes, I just thought to myself, are we still going to be able to stand up to this Villa game and just get stuck in the commitment, the running? And do you know what? They did do that. It was a little bit shaky. There wasn't much chances, but they kept to the task. And that's what Erik ten Hag demanded. He demanded commitment. And what he's asked for is belief. And I believe that Erik ten Hag got these players believing in him. That won't be nice to some people out there hearing that. In this world what we live in, everyone was waiting for one thing. And they won't believe in belief. You have to have belief. And as Erik ten Hag said, if you don't have that belief, you have nothing. And I think if you look at it, the main talking point after this game will be what will Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the board be looking at. And they will see commitment. But they won't just be acting on today. They will be acting on what's going on in the background. And I've always said I didn't believe that they were going to get rid of Erik ten Hag. I still don't believe that. I know it's early. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen late tonight. But there was belief there. And that's what was shown. And that's what you want. You can't ask for more. It's going to take time.
A real lack of quality, really, with the final ball or killer instincts in front of goal from both teams today. You thought that might have changed maybe when Xerxes come on. But what did you think of Xerxes' performance when he come on?
I think he was just behind the ball. He went up to pace. He wasn't with it. I wanted to see him further up there, putting pressure on the centre halves. We didn't see that. That's not his game. I was surprised, to be honest, with Hoyland coming off. I thought he did put a bit of pressure on, run around, used his weight and that. But Xerxes just looked off it. Anthony, yeah, he looked busy when he came on with Xerxes, but he didn't actually really do anything. I thought he was throwing his arms about towards the end, really. But them two really didn't get into the game. The game didn't change much, to be honest with you, when they came on. It just like, let's see. And to be honest with you, looking at that second half, I think both managers and both teams were just waiting to see who could nick that one goal. I think that's what that second half was. Villa didn't really perform in the first half, but there was a part after about 10 minutes of the second half, they sort of livened up and came into the game, but then they sort of faded as well. And United had moments in that second half. But I think both sides in that second half, getting a bit tired, and I think they were just trying to nick it. And to be honest, when you look at Garnacho, clean through there, Bruno screaming for it, absolutely diabolical ball. But that wasn't the only diabolical ball Garnacho did today. He was shooting when he should have passed it, so he needs to have a look at himself, and I think Ten Hag will look at that. But that was the opportunity right at the death to nick it.
Just get back onto Bruno there. You mentioned in your match preview about Bruno standing up, giving a captain's performance. Did you see that today from Bruno?
He stood up today. He worked hard. I thought it was not just all over the pitch. I think he worked hard with the players around him, and I think that's what he did today. His link-up play was a lot better. His passing was a lot better. Everything about Bruno today was a lot better, and he was so unlucky with that free kick, it hit the bar. And then the ball came out, to be honest, and Anthony there snatched at it. And I thought he had an open goal, to be honest with you. Bit more composure, and that rebound really should have been put in.
Going into an international break, Manchester United, we're currently in 14th place, 5 goals out of the first 7 Premier League games. Let's have it right, it's just not good enough. So do you expect a change when we get back? First game against Brentford, do you expect more firepower, more goals in the games, things to improve?
I think where you look at the firepower and the goals and that, I think we're in the mode where we've got to just hope that it improves. There's no guarantee here that it's going to improve. I think the management know that, Ten Hag knows that, the players know that. You've just got to hope that they start putting the ball in the net. But if you look at that first half especially, there was opportunities there. The way they pressed Villa, I thought was excellent. And the way they stayed up there and looked for each other. And, you know, you talk about goals. Goals wins games. You know, it's vital for United and for any team to score the goals. And we had opportunities today. We just didn't put them in. But we've seen that all year. And we've seen it last year. Opportunities, not putting them in. Will it improve? I can only turn around and say, I hope it improves, but it has to improve. We can't accept being in the position we're in. And these players, I thought today, like stood up today to the pressure and everything. And they've got to stand up to this, like we're not scoring goals, and they have to improve. The break is coming at the right time for Man United with all the noise around it, for Eric Ten Hag, for the players, for the board, and for the fans, because we've had a tough time of it lately, and it has been like really depressing. I thought to myself this morning, you know, if we get beat here today, I might not be able to do an analysis, and I might have to go and lie down and talk to a therapist. But luckily, I was happy with that, and I know one of the reasons why I'm happy, because there's a lot of United fans out there, not just on YouTube, all over the place, who were wanting Man United to lose. That, to me, cheers me up, because this weekend, they're ill now. Manchester United fans are ill, but hey, that's me.
Yeah, hopefully the international break does us good, time to regroup and hopefully improve with that first game against Brentford when we return. But I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us. Get your own opinions in on the game in the chat, and don't forget to smash that like button, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.